Well, some schools and daycare centers are open again after locking down today as police investigated a robbery. They say the robbery happened around 12:45 in an apartment on Wood River Drive. Police have not given us many more details than that. However, we do know that because of their investigation, both Wood River Elementary and the Odyssey Early Learning Daycare Center went on lockdown as a precaution. No one was hurt. There is still no word on what exactly happened or who police are looking for at this moment.